All right, this thing is rolling, right? Yep, we're good to go. We are good to go. Um, syzy debut album, holy shit, dropped June 28th, 2024. Um, Debut fucking album. This is kind of crazy, and people are saying it's EDM album of the year. Uh, and I'm about to see if that's true. I've been tuned into Syzy for a minute though. I think their music has always been ahead of the curve to a degree, especially since 2021. I vividly remember them dropping that Crisis Vision remix. Fuck Your Style, yeah. That's where Syzy started getting crazy, in my opinion. And I thought their stuff beforehand was also very, you know, meticulous and fresh, always. So, uh, definitely a notorious name in the scene. Is that even the right word to use? I don't fucking know, but yeah, we have 10 songs, I think it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I've heard 3, I believe. In Your Face, Get a Grip, and Take My Energy. And I'm going to just give my thoughts on those once they end up popping up. But I'm super excited. And without further ado, fuck. Can you keep up? Intro. I also got to say this cover art is super. I love simplistic cover arts a lot. You know, not too much to look at. Just you feel me. The spotlight on them from the top kind of angle. The little star that they're standing on. Fit is pretty dope too. It's nice. I love that bass right there. Um, I love how it's atonal at first and then sort of, starts to make sense after that. Hold up. Just straight noise and then. Maybe I should get OBS out of y'all face. My fault. Is my face cam good? Yeah, it is. I think it's straight, right? But. Cool, cool. The one thing I've always admired Syzy with when it comes to their music, uh, it should sound cluttered, but it isn't. You get what I mean? In terms of mix down and flow, they somehow all make it work and make it sound organized. Organized chaos is the best form of music, low key, right? And that's what they put to the table almost every time, and it's so fucking sick, you know. And then that sound design too is bubbly, it's futuristic, it's and I love the one drop format with the intro too, you know. Beautiful intro, beautiful drop, and beautiful transition part right here into the next song. Yeah, that was a very promising fucking intro. Um, Crazy flow on it. Crazy flow on it. Yeah. I don't even know if you'd call that. Well, yeah, it is sporadic, but like I said, it's still, in a sense, it has direction and it makes sense. It's not just a whole bunch of sounds flying at you without any rhyme or reason. Um, I love you. Track 2. And I love the granular stuff too. My fault if I'm kind of turning here to the side because the mic's over here. I'm not sure if it's quite loud enough. Yeah, this granular stuff is sick. And syzy has a whole like unique approach to making melodies too. The timbre synth they use. And it's always cheery, it's always uplifting, it's cutesy, you know, it's pretty. That background, wow, it's fucking sick. Yay! I see they took some pointers too with the Akios fills. Just straight noise shit. Fuck with it. I just now noticed the cover art's kind of moving. The grains are moving inside.
Keep going, we love it.
That background sound. Yeah, all right. So far, I mean, I can't complain. These two songs so far haven't been my favorite syzy songs ever. Far from it, actually, but in terms of just what's here, objectively, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing I can hear out of it, at least. And I'm saying I can not stress how fresh their sound design is. It's lasery, kind of beepy bloopy. Oh, I'm getting kind of a nostalgia rush with these descriptive terms I'm using. But it really is worth the hype, you know? And these songs so far have excited me for the rest of the album, how it's gonna go. Even though, like I said, they're not my favorite all-time syzy tracks, you know, we're gonna get to that soon. Um, yeah, I love the expanded non-drop sections too. Just top tier, top tier. That's all I can say so far. We have Get a Grip with Neonix next. And yeah, I'll just give my thoughts at the end of the song since I've already listened to it, but it's pretty damn good. This motherfucker's dead ass soloing these synth sounds with all the vibrato and shit. That's so funny. It's so cool though. Flows for days. Something just came to me that I forgot to mention about the last song. It's not in this song. I don't know why. It's just coming to me now, but hold up. Those drums, they're super like punchy and stompy, and I really fuck with it on this song specifically. Get a Grip has much cleaner drums, and both drums suit each track respectively. You feel me? That's just something I picked up on. Probably because I was listening to the drums of Get a Grip, and I was like, yeah, they're not as stompy. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought the neonix part was up next. I'm tripping. The flow on this song deadass switches up every 2 bars, and I'm here for it, man. This is so much substance packed into, you know, 2 relatively brief drops. What? Kind of weird stabs there. Didn't really fit, like, tonally. First part of this album I don't like so much. That little, those like 50 milliseconds. Which, by the way, with that drop, I said it's Neonix's section. I don't know who worked on what, but that sounds more like his style than me. Yeah, that's why I said that. I mean, for all I know, it could have been Neonix on the first 2, and then syzy. I'm pretty certain that's not the case, but I'm not gonna lie. At first, that drop right there, the one that just came in, initially I was like, okay, I like what's going on, but does it really fit to the whole thematic? You feel me? After multiple listens, it did end up growing on me in terms of like consistency throughout the song. I mean, like I said, I was fucking with it off the rip, but it sounds like a completely different approach just because of that main sound design. The backing sounds, everything was pretty similar to what was going on in the first 2 drops. But yeah, man, Neonix hopped on the song, did his thing. I liked it. Deep dub, kind of old school sounding, but still like modernized to fit the syzy, you know, style. It's admirable. I fuck with it. I like it a lot. We have In Your Face next. And now we're getting into the heavy hitters because I love this song. Back in the day, I remember I was that nigga that always criticized previewing drop sounds in the intro and build up to a dubstep song. And this is one of the best instances I've seen somebody pull it off, mainly because it's not just the whole fucking drop without drums, you know? It's sparse sounds being introduced, helping the cohesion of the track as a whole. There it is. The flow's too much. It's too much. LMF throwback, low key, that little melody hanging in the background. Just the attention to detail with this fucking flow, man. Everything complements each other. They sit so well in the mix. You know? How do they pull this off?
Keep going, we love it.
I love the roaring bass underneath, you know? I forgot about the lead. This whole section is brilliant. I'm gonna expect to see more experimentation on this LP, like with that final little part there. And I hope the quality is just as up there. And I'm very, very sure it's gonna be. As for that track, I think I covered everything I wanted to say. Yeah, it's my favorite so far. It just fully came out. They previewed it like a year ago or something. Yeah. That one's it. Heart 123 with kmoe. So I believe they did a remix for kmoe, which I also love. Syzy's recent stuff is like their best stuff, to me personally. The singles leading up to this album, basically, then the Infect remix and the remix they did for kmoe. I'm not tapped into kmoe. I know they're in the hyperpop realm. Not my style of hyperpop, admittedly, as well. Do we even use that term in 2024, hyperpop? Who the fuck knows? But we'll see what they do on here. If I can even, distinguish whose part is whose contribution is whose. These are kmoe's vocals, right? This is the type of vocal processing they do. I actually like these. Yeah. Because I remember listening to some of kmoe's stuff and not liking the vocals, just, the processing on them and the pitching. But here it works. there it is. Just an in your face part 2 type shit. Phil. I expected a little more to happen there. Might serve as like an intro-esque piece. I don't fucking know. Damn. I love the flanging, phasing, whatever the fuck is going on here. Some of these like stretched out bassy, Reese sounds they're putting into the non-drop sections are low-key some of my favorite sounds I've heard so far across the LP. These non-drop sections, to an extent, are almost blowing me away more than the drops are. Maybe because I've heard 2 of these songs already, but eh. Yeah, I love the whole hybrid trap format with that drop we just heard, and the reverb. Everything sounds so washed out and nice. You know, it sounds so magical. The low whir, the like tape stop there. Reminds me of Tears here for some reason. I don't know if it's the percussion, something. Tears by Skrillex. The noise layer, the super stereo added to that bass is perfect. I love that. It's probably my favorite song after In Your Face so far. I like that noisy stuff. This song. This fucking song, man. Take My Energy. Potential dubstep song of the year? Dog, I listened to this when I was in Africa. In fucking Africa. And whew, I had that on repeat. I had to listen to it once a day, at least. That stab right there is super beautiful. I'm There's parts of the non-drop sections to the song that I'm now just being reminded of because it's so extensive. Just the sections in between these drops, especially that section. Well, let me shut the fuck up. Let's just play it out. Eureka! The yes! top top 15 future rhythm songs of all time. This key switch right here fucks me up every single time. How did they pull this off so good? And usually I'm not the type of nigga to like mess with key switches like that. So this really, really surprised me. I know what it is, or I think I know what it is. It's the whole wash of atmosphere just dipping out for a minute, and then the vocal sample hitting on the different note, matching the key going on forward, and then the rest of it coming in. Is there somebody rambling in the background? Dude, all the stuff that goes on around what's going on in the forefront is messing with my head. Just again, the attention to detail. I cannot stress enough how good it is. The sustain note too. Incredible song. Absolutely incredible song. The force of that main bass, its reverb, the way the reverb around it sort of like has it like pulsing in and out, you know? It drags you into the bass and takes you back out. I can't fully describe it. Yeah. And those vocal samples are placed perfectly. Especially that bum bum yeah. That little that one right there in the drop context though. Right there. Yeah, the fills are pretty minimalistic here, but yeah, just everything about this song. If I had one gripe with this song, and it's not even a gripe really, and I have to pull up a couple of other different syzy songs to, you know, make my point. But y'all know that sound that syzy tends to use in a lot of their recent music. I think it's in Get a Grip too. Right here. That sound, that like zap laser thing that goes up in pitch. If that was somewhere in the Take My Energy drop, I think to me it'd be a 10.5 out of 10, but it's still a 10 out of 10. Also, before we move to the next song, I wanted to plug, shout out Room 36, Triacus and Allen and all of them. Amazing event that I went to 2 months ago. Daya. Great meeting him. Listen to this shit. I had to put y'all onto this. Before we move on to the next song, just real quick. It's like a Take My Energy live edit with an acapella on top. I almost like this version more than their original. They're on par for me, bro. It's fucking beautiful. Okay. So, Caught Up in Circles is next. I want to listen to the transition though because, yeah, that's something really sick that they included as well. But wow, that melody, man. They just had to bring it in 3 times since it was nowhere to be seen and take my energy. It's really, really nice to see Syzy finally heavily incorporating their, ambient side of their production prowess to their music, and combining it with, the EDM and bass stuff. Um, yeah, I've never heard it so much at one time, dog. Uh, Please Enjoy Music was a good predecessor to what we get here, but so far this really feels like the Syzy, magnum opus. Um, Damn. Yeah, man, these like hazy ambient, the texture is just off the charts. I'm loving this. I'd love to hear Syzy make a hyper trance song or something in the near future, or just a regular trance song. Just melodically, their style I feel like would fit snugly into that whole format. I like how that part just slowly, like it was surging forward. It started swelling, 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 and then just took you into the next transition, dog. Super, super progressive. And I always have to appreciate off grid melodies. Not everything has to be snapped to the grid, not everything has to follow the same rhythm. Sometimes you can just sprinkle it in, just go ham, go crazy. Fuck a BPM. It just winds down into nothingness. dope one with Olswel. Let me write down some notes so I don't forget what I'm trying to say at the end of the review. Just shit that sticks out to me. Syzy 2010. In any other context, that dubstep vocal would be cringy, but because it pays so much homage and draws so much influence from classic dubstep, it makes sense, you know? I just love when Ba does this really well as well. When a piece of music sounds like it's from two different time periods simultaneously, or even more than two. Like in this case, it's 2024 production. Even beyond 2024 sometimes when it comes to the sound design, which it is syzy we're talking about, but then the sound of it, you know, it's wubby and classic and old school. That is such a great combination of elements. I need to learn how to make luscious ass pads like these. Just, yeah, really fucking with the granularism just all over this LP.
SoundCloud Hero.
Before the second drop hits, yeah, the non-drop sections are absolutely worth the length, the build-up specifically, because syzy they just hold on to this tension, build on it, build on it, build on it, let it go, let loose, and then come back with something even greater, you know? And that's just such a sick way of keeping you on the edge of your seat, but not blue balling you too hard. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that just yet. It's like waltzy almost. Super triplety. I was kind of thinking I'd enjoy that more if the percussion was half sped because it's super bunched up. You know, I can still discern all the individual elements because of syzy's mix down skills, but not sure how to feel about that just yet. I don't dislike it, but do I like it? Experience higher. That track was sick too. That track was sick. It was long as shit, was it not? Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, in terms of cohesion, first and second drops don't probably make the least sense out of any song so far, right? Classic dub at first. That could have been honestly split into two. I guess the non-drop sections do time together. Yeah, okay. Dissonance kind of startled me at first. I thumbs up at my fucking microphone. The crunch. That's one of my favorites. So far, I got this one, Take My Energy, and it was kind of in circles, right? I think so. Is there reverb on that kick? It's super quiet, but I hear the rumble of it, bleeding into uh, uh, the lower frequencies. I can't stress how much I love ambient shit like this. This actually reminds me of something. Yeah, let me pull this up. This reminds me of this Harsh Noise song I used to fuck with. I still do. By, is it Uboa? Yeah, reminds me of this right here. Super similar. I love that. Fuck. This gonna jump into my favorites for sure. That might be my favorite Syzy song. You're telling me that was one song. The Heavy? Oh. Fuck. That might be the best song Syzy's ever put out. I'm speechless, dog. I'm speechless. Especially how long they held on to that. That's a 7-minute song. Ambience probably lasts for about 4. Wow. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Dancing on my own. Final song. So far, a little rounder and plankier than the rest of the stuff we've gotten so far. It's not as shrill. I'm kind of intrigued. That lead there was super familiar though. Animal Crossing,
We love you.
Love that resonant, almost pan snare-esque snare right there. A nigga's still trying to wrap his head around Experience Higher while listening to this. It's just, it's night and day, but still somehow thematically fitting. I don't fucking know, dog. And here we have another. Yep. I love that outro, dog. Okay. All in all, I feel like the first thing I should say is when it comes to LP/albums, any genre, I look for thematic cohesion and world building. And I got both across this album. With that being said, I did not expect the second half to be so fucking experimental. I mean, can you keep up? iluuu, Get a Grip, In Your Face, Heart 123 is the first half, and everything past that is better, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I fucked with the first handful of songs there, but Take My Energy and Beyond. Let me check out what I wrote down. Just a couple of bullet points. Melodically, got what I expected from syzy. A lot of shrill, vibrato heavy, lead, chirpy shit going on. Admittedly, for my taste personally, not always 100% on my alley. I'm fairly picky when it comes to happy, blissful stuff. In music, I do feel like syzy pulls it off very well. Basically all the time. For me personally, my track rotation, there's definitely going to be a couple songs that aren't going to make it. But yeah, world building I already touched on. Just the overall feeling that this album gives you is a similar bliss to what Porter Robinson does, and especially did on Nurture, I feel like. But it also has a different air of melancholia to it, you know? And I'm also a very visual person, just staring at this fucking cover art the entire time while listening to the music maybe added to that, you know? You just have them standing there with the with the earbuds in their ears. Yeah, dog. I really did not expect the album to go so left field in its second half. The second half is incredible. The second half is some of the greatest things I've heard in EDM in a hot minute. And like I said, this is most definitely the magnum opus of syzy, and I hope it's not going to be their final album because they really just put out all the stops, whatever that fucking phrase is. Yeah, favorites we got, for me personally, is Take My Energy, Experience, and Caught Up in Circles. I need to listen to Caught Up in Circles again real quick. It's probably that one. But, dog, this song, for one, the heavy bit is maybe some of syzy's heaviest stuff that they've put to the table, right? But that ambient part, half harsh noise, half just blissful, washed out brilliance is, I can't put it into words just yet. That's incredible. Yeah, so Take My Energy and Experience Higher are the shining stars, no pun intended, of this album. But all in all, dog, I think that's more or less everything I had to say about it. Incredible LP. The second fucking half is insane. I more or less loved it from front to back. Despite, like I said, maybe some of the melodies in the non-drop sections not being 100% my taste. Just melodically, you know. I'm a picky guy when it comes to melodies in general. And yeah, just yeah, the fucking world building, all the stereo shit going on, all the chit chatter in my ears at points of almost field recording stuff, people talking and all that. It really just drags you in. I'm gonna leave it there, man. Yeah, check this out if y'all haven't. Go stream it. Just you feel me? I'ma head out. It's late as shit. It's 4 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep, but I'm gonna have Experience Higher playing in the back of my mind while I dream. I'm gonna see y'all later.